In the hallowed halls of the Vatican, an influential power is seated, exuding divine authority that extends beyond its borders. With over 1 billion followers spanning every corner of the planet, its impact affects every facet of society, from politics to economics, from culture to morality. At the helm of this colossal institution sits the Pope, a figure considered by millions as the vicar of Christ on earth. But what if this authority was not merely symbolic? Could there be a darker, more sinister truth lurking behind the papal facade? Seen as an enigmatic figure and believed to have a direct line to God, is it possible that the Pope, the supreme pastor, secretly rules the world? Nonetheless, if there were a grain of truth in the notion of the Pope controlling the world, it would force us to confront the contradictions innate in the human experience of faith and power. But the burning question remains. Are you prepared to test the resilience of your belief as you dive into this alternate yet possible reality? If the Pope controls the world, he would be considered above other religious leaders. In this scenario, the Pope would have unprecedented power to shape religious beliefs and practices globally. His authority over theological matters would greatly influence billions of people's faith, giving less attention to other religions. If you think about it, that won't be impossible. Despite Rome's strong conviction with their multiple beliefs, Christianity was able to penetrate into their system. In the early days of Christianity, Rome's influence gave the Bishop of Rome more power, paving the way to the era of papal supremacy. In no time, Catholicism became the main religion of the Roman Empire in 380 AD. The Pope's authority grew even more. And what else could he do with his religious might? The Roman Catholic Church could assert their supremacy through violence and torture. Because what better way to convince non-believers of the faith, if not through colonization? Certainly, this sounds unthinkable, but the dark truth is it happened. Many years ago, the Crusades took place. In November 1095, Pope Urban urged Western Christians at the Council of Clermont to fight alongside the Byzantines and reclaim the Holy Land from Muslim rule, initiating the Crusades. This call to arms garnered widespread support from both nobles and common people. Participants in the military campaign wore a cross as a mark of their commitment to the Church, forming the religious knightly orders of the Knights Templar, Teutonic Knights, and Hospitallers. They were all dedicated to defending the Holy Land and safeguarding Christian pilgrims no matter what it takes. If that would have continued until today, there's no doubt the Pope would become the undisputed leader of the faithful, ushering in a new era of religious dominance for the Catholic Church. But aside from religion, the Pope could effortlessly influence political decisions. However, according to conspiracy theories, it already had. The revelations put forth by Harvard researcher Gerald Steinacher in his book shed a troubling light on the Vatican's actions during World War II. His findings revealed that the Vatican may have had something to do with the Nazis' escape. Additionally, there are allegations that the Vatican adopted a policy of neutrality during the war and refrained from openly denouncing Nazism. Still, others defend the Pope, suggesting they might have been saving Jewish people secretly. But most believe the Vatican didn't care about either the Nazis or the Jews. They just chose what was convenient for them. Because why not? Being in power allows the Pope to do anything without anyone questioning it. But conspiracy theories aside, the Pope possesses an influence to be a moral authority who advocates for peace, justice, and humanitarian issues. Despite not having the same power in the medieval times, the Holy See addresses the concerns of his 1.3 billion followers, creating dialogues about poverty, human rights, inequality, and social conflict. If the Pope had control over the world, we'd likely see noticeable shifts in education and social norms. In classrooms, there'd be a stronger emphasis on teachings from the Catholic faith. This might mean more prayers, religious studies, and moral lessons integrated into the curriculum. However, this could also spark tensions if there's discrimination against teachings from other religions, leading to disagreements and misunderstandings among students. In terms of social norms, we might expect a move towards more conservative values. With the Pope's influence, there could be a push for traditional beliefs and practices to take precedence in society. This could affect everything from family dynamics to cultural expressions, potentially leading to regressive attitudes and behaviors. Fortunately, the Pope has become more open and accepting of modern ideas. For instance, Pope Francis has advocated for greater inclusivity and understanding, reaching out to marginalized communities and emphasizing the importance of compassion and empathy. He also encourages to listen and learn from others, even those with whom he may disagree, fostering a spirit of openness and humility. While proving the extent of the Pope's control over the world remains an elusive challenge, one undeniable truth materializes. The Holy See, as the central governing body of the Catholic Church, holds an influence beyond spirituality. The enduring power of the Holy See is a force to be reckoned with, shaping global affairs in profound ways. If you can wield such authority, how would you harness it to change the world?